And welcome to the National Meat Treasure Podcast with your host, Sasha, a.k.a. Tony Matterhorn. I'm feeling very dance hall today.
Ooh, Tony Matterhorn!
That's a nice throwback because I don't know any of that. I will say Octagon Jr.'s here for you guys, but also to say it's motherfucking 50 episodes. How the hell did we do that? Here you go. 50 episodes going down the gullet. Joey, I'm going to let you say what's your name, but I want the audience to see for the YouTube that I'm going to chug this tall boy.
Chug that shit.
By
Chug
the time
that
you
Jello.
finish.
Yeah, I'm Joey, and I'm going to try to give myself some time to say things because that's a lot of liquid and I can, and I know my nigga's going to do it. Anyway, it's Thriller. We out here. You already know what it is. Jesus Christ, it happened!
You definitely did not finish that because I don't think that's possible.
I got a little backspit. If you want me to finish it, I'll finish it.
Why would you? I love how we didn't tell him to do this.
No, this is free. This is free. Hold on, little biscuit for you guys. Ear biscuit. You're welcome. Episode 50.
Jesus.
Yeah, I've never chugged anything, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I have a very sensitive esophagus. I don't want all those bubbles going too fast. I can't handle it.
Sensitive esophagus. Sounds
you gotta learn to open your throat.
A straight problem. Suck some dick. Get that esophagus game up.
I had a moment the other day where I so how when you brush your teeth and it's like I didn't gag on the toothbrush. It was way more soft than that. I put a little too much toothpaste in the toothbrush and it got a little too foamy. I was just brushing too vigorously and I was like, oh, this is so much in my mouth right now. And I was like, damn.
You cannot handle cum.
I cannot handle semen or just my mouth being filled with cock. I wish I could. I wish I was bisexual. I've said this before. I feel like they're having more fun,
They definitely have more power. Maybe not all the money, because that's definitely reserved for the elite gays. But,
yeah, I feel like bisexuals.
He's already spicy.
Are we going to talk about the economics in the LGBTQ community? Because bisexuals are typically pretty fucking broke.
Mm-hmm. They are,
you gotta
because
be, right?
they're wasting all that money going back and forth between genders.
Yeah.
They I gotta go to my boyfriend, then I gotta go to my girlfriend. You're doubling on Uber expenses. Of course they're broke. They don't have housing. A white gay couple got the best credit score.
True. I wonder what the average income for a stud is. What's a stud's average income, you think? If you had to guess. Let's put a real number to it.
$75,000.
Wait. Hold on. So there's a double standard because are we talking about race? Because a stud of the white variety.
Studs can't be white. That's the whole thing started because to separate themselves. If you're butch,
they're butch. They're butch. Yeah. Okay. All right. Whatever your average trapper's average income is a stud's income.
I say 75,000.
But see, here's the thing.
On the block.
They're truck drivers a lot of times.
I've never seen a stud trap.
Mm-hmm.
Studs are always blue collar.
They're working on their big rig. They're working on doing some deliveries. They're a UPS driver. They're your bagel store employee.
There's so many stud UPS drivers.
I know.
I've seen so many stud UPS.
I've done the studies. I've done the research. Octagon Jr. is here to tell you all the stereotypes that exist, and that's the truth. They're UPS drivers. I don't think we have enough representations of studs in the UPS market. I think we should show that, right? Just a stocky, UPS delivery driver. She's doing her job. She's just getting the package there. You know what?
Needs to be more representation.
Shout out to you.
So if they're usually UPS drivers or FedEx drivers, so I would say the median income probably in the 40 or 50,000s for studs.
Security guards.
Oh wait, does young MA Does Young Ma fuck up the ratio because she's a super? Who's
She
the
breaks
richest
the
stud?
curve.
Who's the richest stud? Do you think? I think that's the Young Ma is the richest one
Young
I'm aware
Ma
of.
has to be,
No, wait,
right?
no, wait. Does Queen Latifah count as a stud? Nah, Queen Latifah's STEM.
Nah.
Queen Latifah's STEM. She's not a stud.
What
Also,
is
What is them?
hold
STEM
on.
is like studs that go back and forth.
Science. Oh,
There,
Okay.
okay.
they're like they
I
can
thought
be
we were
femme
gonna start saying
and they can be
science and
masculine.
technology.
I mean, she
Okay.
doesn't go back and forth. She's like, she was when she was younger, she was just like a hood bitch, and now she's just like,
Yeah, but the thing is, like Queen
whatever.
Latifah's out of the public eye. Like Queen Latifah could be like
Yeah,
rocking a
yeah,
Nike
yeah.
tech suit at the crib. We don't know.
Right.
Hold
I
on.
love Queen Latifah. Shout out to the Queen. She's the
If
Queen.
Queen Latifah gives you a call right now, come over. What you doing? WYD. Are you answering the call?
to
Answering.
fuck
I'm
Queen
asking,
Latifah.
what do you
Yes.
want me to bring for dinner?
First of all, hold on. Let me just look her up because I don't know what she looks like nowadays.
Because I'm on my way.
She's always been. Listen, she's low key fine. Like let's just be real.
Yeah.
The only time that I had to kind of like I don't know because she like looked like she could definitely beat me up. What was that movie? Set it off. Set it off.
Set it off. Yeah, nah, she was a gangster boss for Set It Off.
Bro, she would like I feel like she would strangle me like barehanded. Like
No,
like
bro, that bitch
1000%.
would have shot you.
Well,
That
Queen
bitch would have
Latifah. I
shot
don't know
you.
if this is like
No
Photoshop or
problem.
something.
Queen Latifah when she was in that movie with that with Steve Martin. What was it? Where he's like you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking
Like
about.
they're like pen pals, and he thinks he's about to like hook up with this hot like blonde chick, and it's Queen Latifah, which
Bring it
is
down the
like
house.
woo, yes, just too much internalized like misogyny, racism, just like too much. But she did look fine in that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I just think back to the barbershop, like the second or third barbershop she was in when she had the
right.
salon. I just think back to what she looked like then. So I'm like, I'm gonna go with
Latifah.
that. And that's a lot to knock from the back. So that's
Hey, we knock it from the back anytime.
Hold on, I gotta find Queen Latifah's Instagram because I'm seeing like random pictures of her being really skinny on Google, but like
she's not.
I googled
It don't
Queen
matter.
Latifah 2020,
Right.
and there was just every picture was a different weight. I want to see if
You
she's
just
still
reminded me.
a buxom woman.
Yeah,
you just reminded me of one of my first loves, and I think I brought it up on the pod. And I don't know why I made this connection, and it's probably because my brain thought like thicker woman that most people don't always like talk about find attractive. Ricky Lake.
You brought this up before, yeah. Ricky Lake. I was really into the skinny Ricky Lake when I was a kid.
When
Bro,
I was
skinny
little,
Ricky Lake. What was
when
that
I was
like?
little, I loved Ricky Lake because
Bro, she looked like she could give a really good hug. That was the first thing, right? And I like women that can do that. Like, damn, I could like kind of like just like I did that today. My wife has a very large chest, and I just fell asleep in it for a little bit. I felt like a child. I feel rejuvenated. That might be why I'm here. Really like chugged a can of beer because I got to sleep on some soft titties. Sorry, kids, if you ever listen to this in the future and you think about your dad, I definitely did a lot of terrible things to your mother. I want you to know that. I want you to know for you guys to get here, there was outfits involved, paddles, just everything you can imagine. You know what? We definitely had to do a lot because when you're with somebody for that amount of time, you want to keep it spicy. You want to keep it you want to keep it something new every time. So Jackson,
real quick. Real quick. I'm on Ricky Lake's Instagram right now. She's
she got an Instagram? I'm about to thirst.
She's aging very She's aging blissfully. She looks very wholesome. She looks like she bakes cookies, but she looks like she pays someone to bake cookies. Like she has a person on retainer to bake cookies. She's a very
problematic though. She's problematic though.
Is she?
She has some views. Yeah, some views on something with women. It might be abortion or some shit.
We're gonna ignore that for right now. Here's my thing about white people. I expect them to be terrible, so I just go in assuming, especially white people this old. Come on, she was born in '68. Yeah, she's got a myriad of horrible opinions. I tell you what though, and I'm pretty sure I heard
Respects.
something problematic about this person, but I'm gonna upgrade you right now. Fuck a Ricky Lake.
Okay.
Rachel Ray. If we're gonna talk about like thick
Oh
TV people,
yeah,
and Rachel
See,
but
Ray can
she
throw
had
it down.
them.
nah, she's
But you talk
definitely
about them
thick.
thighs and that butt.
I was never really like her face. There was always something about her face that didn't do
Nah,
it for
bro.
me a
I
little
mean,
bit. And
Gorgeous.
like
mind
Rachel
you, I
Ray
can
now
look
is like
past
not hot, but
it.
like I remember when I was a kid and she was like a little, like she was like thick, like a nice thick when I was a kid, and then she was
That's
always
a fact.
throwing down in the kitchen. I was on her TikTok the other day.
Oh,
She
yes.
was fucking it up. I was hungry. I was horny. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, you know what? There's something visceral. Listen, as far as we can get away from these kind of like genders, like what you would call it, like gender roles. I got to take this off. It's making my face itch. As much as we get away from those, there's something visceral about seeing a woman cook and cook well. Like, there's something like that just stirs inside of me personally, where I go, I need this. And I don't know. It's always done it to me. Maybe it's because my mom cooked. Maybe that's some deep mommy issues. But uh, I would never turn it down. I'm looking at Ricky Lake dressed up as the girl from Hairspray, and yes.
And you've got spank bank material for the evening, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That
You know
is
what's
actually
funny?
one of my favorite movies and plays.
You know what's funny? I have the opposite to girls cooking, which is also probably from some kind of trauma. I don't like when girls cook for me.
No,
Here's the thing: every girl I've ever fucked with can cook. I feel like that's just I'm of that. If I fuck with girls my age, like I'm just of that generation where mommy taught their daughters to cook. So every girl I've ever fucked with can cook way better than me. But I've had so many instances where like the cooking, like that's the first thing they throw in my face. Like whenever we're on some shit, she's like, "I cooked for you, I did this for you," and I'm just like, "That you didn't have." Like I could order food. Like I'm a bodybuilder. I make food myself most of the time because I'm sitting there eating egg whites. Like if anything, I resent you for cooking for me because I'm fat now because of your beautiful pork chops. When I could have been sticking my diet, eat my egg whites and Greek yogurt,
and being beautiful and have
Bitch, I weigh chicken before I fucking bake it.
I dead ass do.
You feel me? Like you think it's a game? You think I need you to cook for me?
I've
bro?
never had any woman throw that in my face because
neither have I.
Because I'm really good in the kitchen. Like I know my way around. I make spectacular things. Like I don't fuck around, bro. I don't fuck around. I know what I'm doing.
But the thing
So
is,
no
like,
woman has ever said that to me, and I would right on the floor the minute they said that. You cook for me?
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Well, we know you be cooking those.
You and I though, we have a different vibe, right? I look like I do, So when girls enter into situations with me, they're typical. Like before we even have a discussion, they're typically like, "All right, he's already gonna hurt my feelings. He's a fuck nigga," but I'm really into him. He's not a typical fuck nigga, so I want to reel him in. And that's how they try to reel me in, or at least like in like the early to mid 2000s, like that was like get a widow man's heart is through his stomach. So girls would like when they would start feeling me, they would always start cooking for me without me asking. And it'd be funny too, because like it'd be Johns I already wanted to date, but I just didn't say it yet because I want and not even because like I was a fuck nigga, because like I don't want to feel stupid when I'm like dicking you down for 3 months, and I'm like, if I ask this girl out, is she gonna tell me no and I'm gonna have to feel stupid, or can I just like ride this ride? You know what I mean? So when they start cooking for me, like that's when I know I got the lane to ask. But then the second we get into some scuffle, it's like I do everything for you, and I'm like, bitch, I ain't even asked for all that. Like, that's what I'm saying, bitch. No. We should just normalize bitch, because I feel like it's a New Yorker thing too. Like New Yorkers have a real problem stopping saying bitch.
Yeah. It's
you have a real problem. Let's be real. Because I've gone 50 episodes with probably saying bitch towards a dog, and you've gone 50 episodes, and we could probably get a bitch counter. I think we should go back and review the tape, guys. Or if there's some ambitious fans.
It's a single New Yorker problem. You don't be dealing with bitches out here, bro. You have no reason to use that in a sentence.
I really do. I have no reason. This woman, no, I have no reason. Because I don't even talk to people like that. That's weird. It is weird. Like realizing, like, I can't imagine having to be single, and if it ever happens, like in this lifetime, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like what are you like? How do you talk at people anymore? Like I can't figure
Oh,
that shit out.
you'll figure it out, bro. I had a moment. Can I tell you a moment I
Don't
had with
say
you?
that. Jody might be actually listening and
Oh
then
no,
hear the
no,
exit strategy, and
Joni.
she's like, ah,
Yeah.
No,
ah.
Joni needs to hear what kind of man she's got. All right, because I'm gonna tell you a moment that you didn't really get me in trouble, but
Hold on.
it was just like it was a
Oh,
moment.
She's in the
shit.
house. Oh my god,
So,
yo, bro. Wow, 50 episode 50. Okay.
it's gonna be a little spicy. So you didn't really get me in trouble. It's just that all right. So you're one of the men in the one of the few men in the world that I respect, probably the most. And one of the things I respect the most about you is that you just have this ability to emote very freely. Like, you're not like a typical, bottled up man. You can really like let it out, unlike most men
Yeah,
can. And it's still
yeah,
and it still
come
kind of
on.
even looks cool. Like you never come off as a bitch, even when you're, because I'm sensitive too. But like when I get into it, I've cried in your arms. I'm a bitch, but you could cry in somebody's arms, and it's still manly, right? And the way you emote it even comes off in your words. And I remember, I believe, and you gotta hear this, Joni, if you are listening. I
Uh-oh.
think it was maybe you guys' wedding anniversary or something. And
Yeah.
this was when I was dating, who was fucking
Mm,
terrible. And so this was
yeah.
like 2018, 2019, somewhere in there.
Mhm.
And this person had seen the giant fucking like diatribe you had written about how much you love your wife on Facebook, and it was like fucking 4 paragraphs, and it was like all the pictures and the picture of you, like you guys in the hospital with Jackson for the first time crying. And my ex is just reading this in tears. And she like looks over at me and she's like, I can't wait for you to write something like this about me. But the way she said it, she was like, you better fucking fix yourself, nigga.
Bro,
Because
listen,
like at this point we were very rocky, and
hello.
she was like looking for reasons to be mad at me. And I'm just
Right.
sitting there,
Yeah.
and like in the tone she said it to me, I just wanted to say back, like, bitch, you're no fucking Joni, bitch. Of course I'm not gonna write some shit like this about
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Can I say something? Can I reveal something on the pod that
That's a
I
fact,
have
though.
forgot to actually tell you? And this is something to do with that particular person. We were at that Slipknot show, and Jody tells me like a couple days after, she goes, for some reason she had up on her phone like an article like 10 ways to be able to talk to your boyfriend about breaking up, or like more like relationship help. And it's like, and she told me that, and I was like, I don't know, like, don't all of you women look at like dumb shit like that all day? But like thinking about it really now, like she was looking for like the sign, and like just leave. Like here's a sign.
And
Leave.
the irony is, I broke up with her, and the
That's
thing
what I'm
we
saying.
got to a fight that night after that Slipknot show.
Oh god, it was so terrible. She told me, and Jody, I was like, like I didn't think anything about it, but like, you go like, damn, like what the, like if you were like, it wasn't even that long, like you guys were
Yeah,
a
it
thing
was a
at
very
that
short
point.
time. It was just weird because it's funny. We got into a fight that night because after the show, we went and hung out with one of our boys who just was like in the area, and
Yeah.
like this woman would like not get off her phone like the whole time.
Oh god.
I'm like exposing myself for the pod way too much, but she like would not get off her
Yeah.
phone like the whole like, and like it's like me, one of our boy Tommy, and his like girl at the time, and like we're all trying, like it's getting noticeably weird because like we're all trying to like include her in the conversation,
Uh-huh.
and she's just like knocking off her phone. Tommy and his girl like give me a look like, yo, what's up with her? And I'm like, I have no idea. And then they leave, and I'm like, yeah, what was your issue today? Like you were just on your, like the whole day you were just on your phone, and like not like everyone trying to
Oh,
like talk to you
that's
and
bad.
engage with you. And I don't know. I never got an explanation, but I guess she was looking up ways how to break up with me, and then still didn't. Bro, like she should have.
Bro,
That would have been the night to do it. That would have been a night where I'm like, please go, like out of my house.
you know what's interesting is that like that happened, and Jody tells me this, and I got like almost defensive for you because I was like, nah, leave him alone. What are you talking about? Leave, like just like they're fine. Like And she's like, but she's weird. She doesn't talk to me. Like she
That's
literally.
what. Thank you. That was the fight. I was like, you didn't talk to none of my friends all
And
day,
I
and they
told
all
Jody, I
love
was
you.
like, you know what? Whatever, man. Like it's so like I'm so like just don't care about it. Like I understand people get in their own pocket, and I'm in my own pocket, so I don't really pay attention to anyone outside of like the bubble. So if I don't see you talking, I don't notice you, and maybe that's a bad thing or a good thing or whatever. Like I don't really care. Like I'm gonna have the time of my life. But Jody will see those things, and like most women will like be like laser in, and I'm like, nah, leave him alone. He's all right. He's good. Let him live his life. And Joe, like when you eventually did break up, she's just like, I knew it. She was looking that day. She's not nice. She talked to no one. I was like, all right, Jody, I'm gonna be
Yeah, it was,
in
I mean, I
Allentown
think
in
at that
2
point in the
hours.
relationship, we were both very like, I don't want to do this,
Over
and
it.
we kept trying to. Dude, that's my thing. I think that was. It's so funny because like that's the only relationship where like I had no. I'm not gonna dig too deep on this, but like my strong suit in relationships is knowing when to tap out. Like I'm
Yeah,
like a bell will go off, and I'm like, this isn't for me. But here's my thing: I tap out before we hate each other. I'm like
Right.
I'm friends with all
Right.
of my exes except for her. Like I'm on, or at least
yeah.
on
Right.
speaking terms. Actually, you know what's funny? One of my exes called me last night, and like we dated like, and I shouldn't even call her my ex at this point because we dated
So deep
fucking
ago.
15 years, like a million years ago, and like we were just like on FaceTime for like an hour, and it was just very nice. I was like,
Wow,
I was helping her like work through her
that
last
sounds
breakup,
nice.
and it was a very
Wow.
nice time. She also thinks you're hot, Joey, which is a very common theme in my life these days. Girls telling me you're
That's
hot.
none.
Cheers.
Until anybody starts telling me this, I will never believe it. But
Even as I'm
you
looking at you
telling me
right now,
that
I'm like, you are symmetrical and beautiful, and just you're a wonderful looking
You
man.
are.
it's fucked up because I know we all like none of us can really see our true beauty because
Oh, I
you
see
say
mine.
I'm symmetrical and I know all the parts that aren't symmetrical. I mean I see yours too
Bro,
and shit.
even your
But anyway,
mustache. Even your
um,
mustache is somehow symmetrical. And that does
you
not happen.
you bringing up that she like called you for like that gave me anxiety. Like that's like my biggest fear. Like somebody trying to FaceTime me out the blue.
Well, it wasn't like super out the blue. It was like because we were Instagram friends, so we like she responded to something I
Okay,
said on Instagram, and
little
then I
exchange
responded
going
back,
on.
and she was like, "I have a question. Like, can I call you?" And I'm like, "Sure."
Okay.
So, like, a blind FaceTime is basically a move that a psychopath would pull, right? Like, we're all in
Yeah,
agreement. We're all in agreement, right? Like a
that's
blind
foul, bro.
FaceTime. I think that's like, and especially with the knock feature, your face starts like you could be doing
It's
anything at
really
that
like
moment.
pulling up on someone at
Oh
their
yeah,
home
yeah.
and
That
bringing
is
You
them
know
bad.
over.
what?
It's crazy. It's
I'm
wild.
pretty comfortable with a blind FaceTime
Wow.
because I'm just like, wow, this person feels comfortable enough to just do that to me. Because like I feel like a face like I've never had like an emergency FaceTime. That's why I have no like if somebody like I've had like anxiety texts where someone's like, "I need to talk to you later," and I'm like, "No, bitch, you're
Right.
gonna talk to me right now, or don't talk to me at all, or I'm blocking you and everything."
Yeah.
That
Yeah. Yeah.
fires
Yeah.
me up. When someone's like, "I need to talk to you later," as if we don't have 15,000 different ways for you to
Oh,
find me.
nah.
Like, tell me your
That's the
issue
craziest
on
feeling.
6 different social media sites if you want to tell me something, but don't say,
Yeah.
"Let's talk later in person." By the way, I mean I
No,
know
no,
you
no.
guys
Later.
don't have to deal with this, but like there was a debate I was in the other day about like should you break up with somebody in person or via text? Break up with me via text, bro. You want me to come out of my house and like make plans and like the whole like when like
Mm.
because you know how like back in the day like it was like disrespectful to like break up via text or phone call. Like it was more
Right.
respectful to do it
Yeah,
in
Right.
yeah, yeah,
person.
yeah.
But like if you're
Yeah.
gonna do it in person, like come to my crib and do it. Like don't make me go somewhere or put away time
Right.
Yeah.
for you to end some
Right.
shit.
Yeah. Nah, do it over text, bro. Dub me over text. Dub me
I
over
think,
text.
bro, getting broken up with is rough. Yo, for
I've
if
only
you're
ever
out
been
there,
broken up with once, and that was the last situation I was in. But other than that, like I said, I am again very good at being the axe man prematurely. And then even the
if you're out
one
there,
situation I got broken up with was very super unrelatable and just never gonna happen to anybody ever. So I mean, I'm batting 1,000. If I just don't date anybody for the rest of my life, I think I'll be fine. Keeping that record.
I think you're. Oh no, that's just my sound. I'm an idiot. I thought your mic went down, and I just turned down my own sound. No, I agree, but I want to say this. If you got your heart broken, we're there for you, meatheads. We want to know. We want you to know that we care about you, and get yourself checked out. Penis and vagina wise. STDs, STIs. I'm really high at this point. I think that that beer really hit me hard. I'm like mesmerized by pictures of Freaky Lake.
Well, I'm
And
speaking of heartbreak, let's talk about this whole Julia Fox and Kanye situation, aka Elite Milk. Because I just want to talk about this just to use so for the listener. The other day when I received the news about the Kanye going out with model Julia Fox, being seen out and about with her, I was informed via TikTok, and the TikToker in said TikTok, tag him in the comments if you know who it is. He said, "I'm not even mad at Kanye for this one because that is," and I quote, "elite milk." He referred to this hot white woman as elite milk, which I don't think she's elite milk. She's a very mid white girl, except she's like a BBL. Which
you think she's kind of mid?
I mean,
I don't think she's mid, bro.
You know what's funny though? Speaking of heartbreak, I was thinking about it, right? Because I saw this, Kanye's with this like regular looking white woman with a BBL, and I was just disappointed because like Kanye, he's probably fucked like everything on this earth, and like you've just been with like a beautiful thick Armenian woman, and you go to a white girl first. But you know what? I thought about it, and I had a breakup once, the one I just was referring to, where this was not on purpose. But I definitely hooked up with like 3 girls after that were exactly identical to my ex. It was not an on-purpose move, but when I thought about it way later, I was like, how deep in the heartbreak was I? Because I was just out of it enough to like have sex with people, but like I really was not attracted to like my normal type, and then a year later I thought about it and I was like, yeah,
oh shit.
That was kind
Joey,
of a chain of sisters that look like. So maybe Kanye's still missing Kim, and therefore going after the girl with the BBL and the long straight hair.
Right.
Julia,
I think
Julia,
that's
get out of there. Julia, get out of there. You're a rebound, or don't. You're white. I don't care what happens to you.
You're just. It doesn't matter. No, it's a come up because she's already telling people her first date, which was a hotel room filled with new clothes, which apparently she needed to tell the media, but. Speaking of heartbreak and elite milk, Joey, in your experience as a producer, as a music maker, a beat maker, whatever you want to be, do you play your own sad songs?
All of my music is like just dark and sad. But
like, do you play it for yourself? So reason why I ask is because is Kanye playing 808 and Heartbreaks? In his room,
he very well
when he's crying, when he's thinking about Kim.
Oh no, just definitely songs I've written. Oh my god, I go back and listen to them, and I'm just like, it brings you right back to
he's got to be like, or does he have like unreleased tracks where he's just releasing?
If you love me so much, then why'd you let me go? He's crying to Cudi in his house. If you love me so much, then why'd you let me go?
That would hurt, bro. If can you imagine walking in on Kanye in that moment? Because you guys remember where he was staying at prior to his new place? He was what stadium when he was staying in? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, was it wow? Was
it Atlanta Braves? Was the Atlanta Hawks? Was it the Hawks?
The Superdome?
So it was the Superdome. He was sleeping there. And like they showed his room, and it was just like a regular, like brick room, like with a cot in it. It was like no better than like what you saw at the Olympic Games. Those the ones made out of the cardboard. Yeah, I don't know, man. I totally see him 100% playing whatever track that he just put up. Mostly 808 and Heartbreaks because I've done it.
Yeah,
but I wonder if we've cried at the same parts. Kanye, if you reach out to the pod, we want you on we want you to the podcast. We want you to explain to us where you cried the hardest.
It's like,
I'm
were
just
you
like,
looking at the
I
moon the
mean,
same time I was looking at the moon?
that's kind of I don't really we really don't know about like Kanye. I thought Kanye and Kim relationship was like fake for so long. I feel like
Yeah.
it's weird that he's just like out and like I don't know. I guess you
It's
can cope anyway.
weird.
It's just like I don't know. I feel like after that long of being with somebody, I would maybe want to be
I
alone
mean,
or not with.
Yeah.
how long has it been? But also, it's crazy that both of them are in a place at their ages where like they're having a very public divorce and they've got children and
A
they're
lot of
openly
kids.
dating people like in public like already. Like they're just
Yeah, it's
like
kind of wild to me because
it's
it's
like
like you're just like telling everyone you're very lonely, and that's okay to say. But like you're really not okay with being by yourself, and that's the ultimate truth, guys.
Well,
Dying alone is an inevitable truth that we all have to
who
face
do you
with.
think's winning the breakup right now?
Kim.
Yeah, Kim definitely. I feel like Kim's always smiling in her photos too. Like Kanye's
Oh
just
yeah,
like he's like
yeah.
all his paparazzi photos, he's never smiling. It's just like you can
Well,
tell
that's
he's
because
just
he's
he,
unmedicated and he has bipolar disorder.
and he's also I feel like he's like with this girl to like be sad with her, not to like try and move on.
Oh
Which
my
like
god, we've all been there, Kanye. Yay, we've been there. We go to the girl that we want to be with and be sad with, and it doesn't work out. They use it against you. Yay, don't do this.
I
well, I mean,
personally, I think the man is like crazy, so I think he's just like he doesn't even like really care. Like he kind of cares, but kind of doesn't. His mind is just everywhere else. Like the man was sleeping in a fucking stadium like a homeless person.
Yeah.
yeah,
Did you
you
guys?
gotta
This
breakups at
nigga's
like
crazy, bro.
like they're like 9-figure breakups. I wonder what I would do with a
Right.
9-figure breakup. Because like I mean I got depressed broke after a breakup and moved across the country. I can imagine if I had like unlimited money.
You
Like,
know, like
I would be like in a volcano somewhere. Like
I would be like in New Zealand. You know,
No, no,
I'd be like,
seriously, it
I'm
would
out.
be one of those like places where there's like a waterfall, but behind it there's like a cave, and you're just by yourself over a fireplace, finally restoring yourself, and then
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian walks in and
Oh no.
says, "Look at my ass." Yeah, I would do it. It's
I would.
fine.
I'm trying to think because you know what's fucking sucks too. An unlimited money breakup when you've already been rich for like your entire life. Like you
Oh
probably
yeah.
don't. You probably can't even like do like what do you do at that point? Like if I was like newly rich and heartbroken,
Oh
that
yeah,
would be
you could
crazy. But if I've been rich
woo
for
that
Maybe.
it
25
up. Fuck
years,
that check. Yeah, that's like regular money. It's like living the same way we do, just with like extra zeros. You know, it's like, oh, I'm in debt, except my debt is like $8 million. You know, because I
Nice.
owe this car, blah blah blah. It's like they're just doing the same shit we do at that point.
yeah,
You've
it's
been rich your whole life,
like oh man, I'm sad. Maybe I should go to Prague. Ah, but I've been there 50,000 times. You
right? Right?
know?
Is Prague nice? I have no idea if Prague is nice. This is
Virtual
Right.
coming
For
from
Florida,
an
us,
no.
ignorant.
for us,
Yeah.
Prague is like a bar a couple blocks away from where we
Yeah,
live.
yeah, that
Like
sounds Prague like metal.
yeah,
Prague
like I
metal.
got I got $6 and I know I can get
It's
two
got to be
beers in
nice,
the
right?
bar.
Like people always
Yeah, no,
reference it
I think
as
Prague
being a
I think
nice
Prague's
place.
supposed to be like a beautiful city, but I don't know.
It's in the Czech Republic.
Yes. I just want to
I
go to places and just see the shits.
want to go to Aspen. That's what I want to say.
I don't know why it was so funny to me. You said a whole sentence to just say travel. I want to go to
Yeah,
places and see the shits. Like you could just said,
yeah.
I want to travel.
Nah, nah. No. I just want to go to places and see this shit. It's like surprise me. Like pick a place that I don't know about and be like, what is it
Ooh, it
like?
does
Is
look
it cold all
nice.
the time? Is it really like, humid? Like what is it beautiful? Is rich
Fire.
history? Like I just want to pull up. Just want to pull
You
up.
know
Because
what
I've
we
been to
need to do?
Italy
I
and
don't
that
know
shit
if
was
it's
Wait,
amazing.
when were you in Italy?
wow
When I was 16 years
travels.
old, I went on a school trip to Italy and it was dope.
What the
We
fuck
were
school?
I went to a really small high
Hogwarts.
school. I went to a really small high school, so like we were able to do that stuff. Like we got funding for it because since it was a small school, they I don't know, politics and a whole bunch of shit. But a lot of rich kids went to my school. So I went to Italy and it was really dope. It was beautiful out there. But
Yeah.
like we were there for 9 days, and it's a school trip, so we're like mad. We're doing mad shit, so it was hard to, And then I'm fucking 16. Seeing graffiti on trains in real life, though, life changing.
In
Wait, you never saw graffiti in New York City?
No. Like if you're from my graffiti writers out there, right? Like to see a train actually painted, right?
Mhm.
Like that was gone before I was born. They started painting the trains, and if graffiti was,
they stopped.
if the graffiti was on the trains, they wouldn't. They don't run.
You
those
don't remember
trains,
the 7 train having like complete trains covered, like in graffiti, like full art?
And not like inside either. I'm talking about like out on the outside.
I'm talking about outside.
I know there was like
remember
some new
Yeah.
thing. I never really seen it in person, and I was like a really big graph head. And in
Okay.
Italy, I mean, the Europeans, they got their different graffiti styles, but
Yeah.
I was in fucking Naples, right on we just came down from Mount Vesuvius because we went up there for a tour, and I hear a train, and I turn around and I see like a whole fucking car.
That's
I was
cool.
like, oh my god! And I'm from New
That's
York,
really
so I'm
cool.
like, yo, I'm like a golden child out here, because I'm from New York. I'm from where graffiti, you know what I'm saying? And I saw a train. It was cool. Being 16 was weird.
It is a weird thing. It is a weird thing.
It was weird.
Well, now that we've talked about elite milk and Italy, can we talk about some spoiled milk? And I was trying to say, I was right. Britney Spears should be locked up and in jail.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, those pictures,
dude! I said this on the pod before. If you're a new listener, I did not give a fuck about the Free Britney movement. I don't care about any white person's rights. Not sure why y'all gave a fuck because Britney. You know what it was? It was. I think the thing was. So Britney would do all these like weird dances and have all this like weird makeup on Instagram, and I think what happened was people rallied behind this thinking it was a cry for help. Like they thought that this wasn't really Britney. This was just her outcry to the people to talk about. I don't even know.
Right.
Like I don't think she even talked about the conservatorship. I don't know how anyone found out, but like everyone thought her being weird on the gram was a cry for help. No, that's just her fucking personality, and it's going to be way worse now that she is free of the conservatorship.
Also, another person with untreated bipolar disorder.
The only white man I stan is Britney Spears' father for having her locked up and away from us for so long. My internet was Britney Spears free for so long, and I was so happy about that. And I don't know, you know what? It was you all because I know a couple of listeners who were riding for Britney. Go fuck yourself. She needs to go back. In fact, you know what? I hope deeply that Britney harms another white person and that y'all get to feel bad for letting her off the cage.
Okay. And here's where we get to the part of the episode where we remind you that the opinions and ideas that are reflected by this certain person are not reflected or shared by the National Meat Treasure podcast. Thank you.
Listen.
You feel me?
Lock her up, throw away the key.
No more hot takes. No more fucking hot takes.
That is not a hot take. That is a very warm take. That is a very hot. That's very lukewarm. That's an icy take. Most people are in
Leave her
agreement.
alone.
Most people are in agreement.
I don't think that's true, Justin.
No,
most people, but definitely a lot of people.
Is she getting a little buck wild? Yes. Is she going a little too crazy with her weird post? Yes. Does she need hips? Yes. Does she?
All right, we're not going to body shame her. Yes, we are. You know what? We're going to do that. Listen,
she's a wonderful looking woman. She just needed hips. That's all. Just to like a drop.
Britney Spears news? Did something happen? Because
you didn't see? Well, she put on a flurry of nudes on Instagram with tasteful emojis covering places that you would imagine. But this is the latest string of very strange posts because she does do these dances and these very strange angles, and it's almost like when like your kid is like trying to show you their new moves for school, and it's like you go, well, cool, you did good today, high five, buddy. And they think they go off, and everyone encourages it because you know what, you feel good. But it's just gotten stranger and stranger and stranger, and it was like 2-3 pictures of her in her complete birthday suit.
She's wildin', bro.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I love how we all like. And all we all act like oh my god, Britney's in danger. Y'all don't remember when she like shaved her head and smashed people's car windows with umbrellas? Like that was a violent.
The
Like Britney Spears.
paparazzi, bro. The paparazzi. I would do it too.
Yeah, fuck those niggas, bro.
Bro, she was losing her, like she had
Niggas are
an
rude.
unreasonable amount of pressure always put on her, because you have to realize, like, okay, when you're that big of a brand, right? You're that big of a name. When you come up short, you're failing dozens of people, hundreds of people sometimes, right? Like her as an artist not being able to perform or pulling off of shows means the people who work at the concessions, the people who work sound, the people who work lighting, the people who work staging, all these people, and her, and that's just, you know, ancillary people that are part of the stage. Like you're talking about her team, like dancers, you fuck up,
Yeah,
you're fucking up
yeah,
everything. So that's a lot of pressure, bro. Like for any human being, let alone somebody who's got bipolar disorder. Like
Yeah.
she like that pressure went to the umpteenth degree, and then she had predatory parents. She had
yeah,
her mother in the beginning, and then well, I don't know. I can't speak that ill. I don't know if that's the truth, but I know her father did have some habits, and it displays as so.
yeah.
But does she need Instagram taken away from her? Yeah, probably.
Cardona the
They,
empath feeling for Britney
yeah,
Spears' struggle.
yeah.
I don't.
No,
White people don't
I'm
deserve
so
there
rights.
high
needs
in
to
drugs.
be
That's why.
there need to be like fucking child labor laws
Oh,
for the
absolutely.
entertainment industry, because like you take these kids when they're really young and you start making them fucking literally go dance
Sign
for money,
contracts
and
that they
like,
have no
you know what I'm
idea.
saying, like you're
Yeah.
fucking them up, bro. Like you,
Yeah.
and then they get mad money, like, bro, don't. I always try to think about, like, what would I have done, like all those times when I was younger and I wish I had money. What would I have done with that money, bro? Like you give like a 22-year-old like $50 million. How long do you expect me to last? You give me $50 million like now, I'm dead in a week, bro. I'm
And
calling it
that's the
quits.
thing,
I'm
right?
out of here.
You know, that's the thing, is that there's a team that has to kind of like run that
Yeah.
business, because it's a
Yeah.
business,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It's a
Yep.
straight up LLC. It's a corporation. It's Britney Spears Inc. You know, like
Yeah.
I
Yes.
in
It is.
every sense
Yep.
of the way. And,
Yep.
and the same thing for any artist that has ever been. And I agree. And I think that's why we see less child actors and child artists as much,
Right.
more than ever, because like, you know, when we were kids, or even
Oh, we don't
before
see
us, that
less.
was, I
There's
think we
definitely
see
not.
less.
I mean, actually, I was listening to
Maybe like a
Olivia
YouTube
Rodrigo
stars.
the other day. Olivia Rodrigo is the number one
Mm.
artist on the planet right now. She has
I
more.
have no
I was like,
idea.
I went to her Spotify thinking like it's gonna be like maybe like a million monthly listeners because she's got the one viral song. No, it's like a billion. That one song, "Good for
I
You,"
have
it's at a billion plays on Spotify.
Wait, why what is that?
I'm just saying
What
there's
is that
still
mean?
there's still a lot of like kid stars. I think she's like 17 or 18.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know if they're being treated the same
Yeah.
way they were in
Oh,
our day, but
I think most people are better because they maybe care more about their kids, but like,
Yeah, and
you
they
know,
let their children like not sign these predatory deals, like
I don't
that
think it's the
kind of.
children. I mean, I don't think it's the parents. I think it's the children are smarter now. They have YouTube.
that's a fact.
They see the
Yeah,
history.
that's totally a
There's
fact.
agency for
Yeah,
children and young people. Like I think
yeah,
there's
yes,
enough that
that's a good way to put
has been done where people feel like these are young people that can make their own decisions, you know.
it. Yeah,
But also that, you know, there should be a fair amount of warning when there's things. And there's, I think, like, you know, you see it in rap, you see it in pop, you see it in every just every industry. You know, people get exploited, and more often than not, it's, you know, these young people, especially someone who gets into the game like 15, 14, 8 years old, something like that, you know, and they have a life that lives like that. Like you get like a Millie Bobby Brown, right? Like she's in the
yeah,
eyes of the entire world by like 9 years old, and
yeah.
everyone is infatuated with her in one way or another, whether it's her acting ability, and then seeing her grow into like, you know, a person,
A
you know.
young woman.
Yeah, I think America and everyone else still has their problems, and what boundaries are for, you know,
Yeah,
what's appropriate. But at least we're not in the day where I can vividly remember listening to the radio and hearing two men have a counter for when Ashley and Marie Olson, right? What is it? Ashley, well, the Olsen twins, Mary
yeah.
Kate and Ocean. Yeah, that when they would turn 18. So at least we're not there anymore. We're not on national radio.
That's fucking sick.
Oh no,
That was so weird.
We're probably still there. Like there's
It's
you know what's crazy? It's I just men are disgusting because you know, I was actually just listening to a podcast and they were
disgusting.
They were talking about Emma Stone, the girl who played Hermione, and
Yeah,
I guess they've recently had like a
Yes.
reunion of
Yes, they did.
you know, Harry
The
Potter
Harry Potter
characters.
cast.
And you know, the one guy was talking about like how he thinks that Emma Stone is really like pretentious and annoying and bitchy because maybe because her being so young and playing a pretentious, annoying character that maybe she like took that into
Became
her
who
life.
she-
And then the other guy was like, or maybe it's the fact that like she started these movies when she was like 12, and then by the time she was 16, people were and still doing these movies as a child,
Yeah.
you know, a child's book star. There was the counter for like, when did she turn 18? Like, so she says like, she's got a reasonable amount of hatred for men.
Yeah.
Sure, and there's been a lot of things, you know, where they've stolen personal pictures of her, and you know, people superimposing her
Which,
on
by the way, let's
naked bodies.
Let's talk to the male audience. Why are niggas so creepy, bro? And it's weird too. 'Cause you know what
Yeah, bro.
my thing is? I've always said I had a saying. My saying is, you don't know a man until you've seen when he texts a woman. Cause like everyone's like, oh, why do you have so many like female friends? Like, why do you have any like new dude friends? Like this is like, cause niggas are weird, bro. Niggas are very weird. Like when
Niggas are mad weird, bro.
Bro, I was like somebody was on my TikTok saying like, oh, why are you such a simp for these black women? Why is like everything you post like quote unquote pandering to black women? I was like, bro, let me tell you something, right? So in the 80s, you know, crack hit the streets, right? And
Thank you, Reagan.
Thank you, Reagan. And there were groups of people, black men, who decided they were going to get together and sell this crack. And some people decided, hey, you know what? You're selling crack where I sell crack. We don't like that. And then gangs started, right? And then when gangs started, you know, black people were poets. So music came out of these gangs. And then we had the development of gangster rap. So before, black people were all about our Luther Vandross and our Teddy Pendergrass and our Stevie Wonders. And then that stuff kind of, I mean, it's still legendary, right? But like gangster music swept the country. You know, white guys who, you know, white label owners, they spread this around because they were like, this is the new hot thing. Let's get it going. And then this music, you know, kind of caused a shift in how black men think. So for maybe up until from about the 90s, I would say the 90s up until Drake. Remember, from like 1990 to 2009, it was taboo for black men to emote at all, to have emotions. Drake was revolutionary for being like you had your Usher here and there and your Tyrese, but like G Unit was a swept the nation. You know what I mean? So for Drake to come in and be like, I'm gonna rap, but also sing and talk about my feelings. This was, and because remember, like Drake wasn't just for women. Like Usher was for women. Tyrese was for women. Joe
Listen, don't you say that.
was for women. That was music marketed to women. Drake was for everybody, and he was the first guy to do that. And like when I think about that, the fact that like black women had to deal with niggas their whole life who were like ashamed to have feelings until 2009. That's crazy, bro. Of course I'm gonna fucking simp for these women. Of course! Because I was one of these niggas that could not, bro, I went a decade straight without crying. Like I physically could not. I was homeless. I was a new father. I just could for 10 fucking years. I remember the first time I cried, I was like, this is crazy. Like I left for 10 years straight. And it wasn't even like I was trying to be hard. That piece of my brain was just, it was off.
Gone.
It was off. Like I couldn't, like I had so long suppressed my shit. So, you know, I'm gonna
feel it.
Niggas are weird, and I sympathize with women who have to deal with niggas. It's like Louis C.K. said, which, by the way, Louis C.K., a quote unquote canceled person, he did say probably he does have a lot of forward-thinking, progressive.
He's got a lot of gems
shit in his comedy, and one of the things he would, you know, he did a long bit about like dating and women, and one of the bits is like, like he quotes that statistic about how the number one killer of women is men, and the number one
That's
killer
cool.
of men is like heart disease. And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're a woman, imagine being a man, and like your dating options are like bears with giant octopus tentacles, and going, oh, I hope it's nice. like that's what dating is like for a woman. And like, I'm
Right.
sad he's canceled. He's had like 2 specials since he's been canceled, but they're not
I mean,
on anything.
he got canceled for being a weird, creepy nigga, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Niggas are weird. Like even the niggas who aren't weird are fucking weird. You know what I mean? So
Listen, man,
it's just
we're all weird. That's the thing though, is that you got to find who you can be weird with, and then go ahead and do it. But like some of these motions, and we've talked about this, like where men get in their own head, like the nice guy syndrome thing. As a guy um who didn't have all that much trouble, with women, I never pawned myself off as just the nice guy. I'm just trying to be around, and like I'm somebody who you can confide in. I'm definitely someone you can talk to. But like I never bought that. I literally have. It's one thing that always makes my skin crawl. Like when I see
what's
men
crazy too?
talk about that.
Like a lot of niggas are this entitled and like think they deserve
Ugh.
pussy for being nice, and it's like it's crazy too because like a lot of these guys will get down on themselves and be like, "Well, I'm ugly," and it's like, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a band. I'm typically attractive, right? I'm bearded, tall, whatever, muscular, but let's all keep it a band. We're living in the patriarchy. Women are socialized to not even go for looks. So to feel like you being ugly, like it's not the problem, bro. Have y'all seen Lil Baby?
Out here.
Lil Baby looks like Goofy. He legitimately looks like a cartoon character. He's out here getting these women. And people are like, oh, he has money. Like, so he gets women that are also around niggas with money.
He's not the only nigga with money. Like,
no.
Yo, it's crazy. I know a lot of dudes who blame women for, like, I know a dude who I was talking to a friend of mine, and she's kind of doing good numbers on TikTok, and he passes by, and he's just like, must be nice being a woman. I'm like, my nigga, you're a straight white male. You have no excuse, bro. You got zero excuse.
Up.
You got zero excuse, my nigga.
I'm like, bro, like it's. I have Pennsylvania is full of those type of guys, especially like they were full of those type of guys even before like the whole OnlyFans thing.
Yeah.
Where they were like, oh, like I would love to get free drinks. I'm like, these niggas who are buying free drinks want to like rape and murder this girl, right? Like, there's a healthy chance that's gonna happen in her lifetime. I don't know. Which, by the way, I mean, and I don't know why I'm coming up with this argument like super late in the game. Well, not super late, but I argued with somebody like a while ago when the whole trans bathroom thing was a thing. Mm-hmm. And it was one of my a white Pennsylvania guy, and he's like, I don't want shared bathrooms because like, what if one of those people goes in the bathroom with my daughter and decides to sexual assault her? And I was like, bro, listen, I'm a father, so I came at him soft. I didn't want to act like stupid because I'm a father. I get it. But I'm like, listen, bro, listen. I'm a father too. All right, now I'm not gonna demean your concern, but let's be real here. Statistically, the entire time you've been alive, it is pretty likely that 1 in 4 women will be sexually assaulted. And of those 1 in 4 women, they will be sexually assaulted by a family member or friend. So maybe I think you should like back up from the bathroom issue and focus on like, the fucking world that you live in. That's horrible. Maybe you want to check your kid's uncles before you think the stranger who's trying to take a shit is gonna sexually assault your daughter. And that kind of put the fear of God in him because he was
I mean, that's a common, you get this kind of rebuttal from that, and you get people, talking about these, conspiracies that, like Pizzagate and whatnot. And it's this fantasy. You're fantasizing that there's this like dark, seedy, like underbelly of the world, and you're like the Punisher, and you're gonna break in, and you're gonna solve everything. And the reality is far more serious. Like, and it's what Justin just said. Like you really do find out that far more people are assaulted in networks of people that they trust, because that's what it takes, right?
Yes.
Sorry for getting too dark, but that's what it takes, is being within that trusted group. And once you've given access, it's not going to say that, occurrences don't happen, but you're far less likely than to run into that issue going to a public bathroom, and it's really like to the point where I think we're all humans. Like, I don't even understand why we need to have separate bathrooms at all. Everyone can have fucking 25 stalls. You go in, you pee, you shit, you go out. Not like that's it. That's it. Unless there's something secret in women's bathroom, and
Dude,
then you could tell us now.
I really want to know like what is,
I
because
would
I
like
feel
to
like
know.
it's a white obsession, like the obsession with pedophiles, like
No, bro. I know a lot of hood niggas
There's
too.
a lot of them too, bro.
They subscribe to the same things, which is always crazy to me.
It's
Niggas don't
wild.
realize. And it really, when it comes down to it, it's like, oh, it's like ignorance of stupidity. It's like, oh, dumb group of people, another dumb group of people.
hood niggas.
It's like,
Hood niggas are the rednecks of black people,
right? Yeah, because that's hood is poor, like rednecks, country. It's like the one dumb group, but we're dumb because we weren't allowed to go to school. Y'all are dumb because y'all are dumb. But like I know a lot of hood niggas too, and it's like it's weird. It's like you think that, all right, let's take a trans person who has gone through this crazy life where they decided, all right, I'm not just gonna get a tattoo. I can't just like change my hair, diet. I want to change what I like physically am, because that's not who I am inside. Like that's not some easy shit. That's not like, all right, I'm gonna go get my nose pierced, bro. Like they've gone through this trauma. So you think this person who has to go through this crazy life experience is also going to be a rapist that's going to be like, I'm going to use this opportunity to go into a bathroom and fuck a little girl.
It's a lot of hoops to go through to just be able to do that.
Hoops,
which, by the way,
like to think about it.
I think if you're,
I'm gonna take.
and I think if you're of a dark enough mind to sexually assault anyone, I don't think a door with a sign on it is going to stop you.
You feel me? You're
like I just
damn it.
Don't.
It's like a force field.
Oh,
damn it!
No, that makes sense.
I kind of feel like
it's a magic. Yeah, go ahead.
I just feel like it's like maybe it's like a response to late stage capitalism. Because like, I mean, obviously I don't know any like 1950s white guys, but like, like I said, you had your 1950s, 40s, whatever. Like you could go to college. I mean, you could go to fucking the factory after high school and feed a family of 4 off that salary.
Yes.
And I just feel like maybe like this narrative didn't start until niggas started being like broke and didn't know what to do about it, and then decided like, well, there's got to be like a seedy underbelly, like the government is seedy and doing all these things and they're fucking children, and I have to be the one to lead this revolution because that's my purpose in life. It's not making $17 an hour at Safeway. No, it's not selling shoes at fucking Rainbow. It's to destroy the government.
Did you just shout out Al Bundy? Did you just shout out Al Bundy? Like with that? Like that, was that a shot at him?
The average American is Al Bundy, yes.
Shoe salesman.
Except the average American can't afford Al Bundy's house off that shoe salary.
No, they cannot.
You can't now. You
Although
fucking can't.
I would sleep with Peg Bundy every day, personally.
Yeah, definitely elite milk. Definitely going on the elite milk.
Yeah. That's elite milk. Yeah,
Katie Seagal.
Yeah, I didn't like. I thought she was like. I was like, oh, like she's so. Because I remember back in the day thinking like, oh, it's funny how they like try to make her. Because I didn't think she was hot, but I was always like being 13. Like it's funny how they like put her on all these trashy clothes to like make her seem like hot and trashy. But then I got older and I watched her like as an old woman, and I was like, she's still kind of stacked. Like in whatever show it is, Modern Family or whatever the fuck she's on now. I was like, I would tear that up. And then I went back to it's something. She's on something right now. I know what it is.
She was on Sons of Anarchy. That's what she was.
No, I saw her on something. I didn't watch Sons of Anarchy because I'm not that white. But
that shit was fire. I don't care. That shit was awesome. I love that.
I told you I get the thing where like every year there's like a celebrity girls like go crazy for, and there was a year of whatever the Sons of Anarchy lead is. Seagal. And I was just like, oh my God, like I don't care about this skinny white man. Like I'm not gonna watch this.
Charlie
show.
Hunnam, he is really fine. I understand it.
I don't think he's elite milk, dude.
I think he's elite milk personally. He's perfect
You know
elite
what?
milk,
Let me see him with no facial hair because
bro.
that
Oh,
stupid beard killed it for me. Like it was always scraggly and stupid. Like shape it up, dude.
I
Charlie
just
he
want to say
Hunan.
I'm really
Hunnan.
here for using the term elite milk to
Yeah.
describe white people who we think are beautiful. Like I'm just like men and women. I'm on board with this.
You know
Like
what's wild?
you're elite
It
milk.
was
You are spoiled,
is
spoiled milk.
speaking of elite milk. You know, Brad Pitt has spent all this time in the view of the public.
Oh,
Never had a problematic take.
Brad Pitt is elite milk to the point where like he's like cashew milk, like but like strained
Yeah.
in like a
No, that's
golden
facts.
strainer.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like
No.
he's like 60
Yo,
almost, and he looks like a god. But yeah, Charlie's not doing it for me. He's mid, even with no beard.
oh
Even
man,
with no beard, he's like he's
very
good. Like he's
beautiful,
definitely good looking, but like
very beautiful.
it just doesn't do it for me personally. He's like I couldn't pick him out of a crowd. That's what it is.
Those
Yeah.
icy blue eyes, bro.
Brad Pitt.
He's
He's not elite milk. He's honey. He's just honey.
bro, bro. Like he's the least problematic one, and like he didn't like gain weight out of nowhere, like
Yeah.
Leo DiCaprio did. Like Leo has kind of like
Yeah,
bloated as he's gotten
jumped up
older.
a little bit. Yeah.
So like whatever he loses his luster, like But Brad Pitt stayed hot too in all of it,
Yeah.
like, and he's got
How
like
do you get
13 children.
that's yeah. I get nervous though when we talk about a celebrity and we're like they're not problematic because then I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure.
Yeah, where somebody's gonna bring
It's
it
like
up to our
it's gonna come
attention.
out next week. Like, damn man, Brad Pitt's a fucking Nazi. Like, son of a
Yeah, he has been. He wears an udder, and he wears a Nazi outfit, and he has other Nazis come over and suckle his teat.
I wonder. I
What?
wonder what Brad Tail like, because like obviously everybody in Hollywood's like on a bunch of different cocktails to like stay beautiful, and like this is like a guy who's already naturally good looking, but like he's got like he doesn't even have all his hair. He has a lot of hair. His shoulder length hair, like
Yeah.
his what is like what are you on with the testosterone? Definitely. What's the hair formula? What like I need to know. Do you have lip injections? They're so full.
I mean,
They're so full.
he has stayed more beautiful than anyone else in the world. Like even like conventionally, like just people who are always considered beautiful. He stayed beautiful. There is something in the mixture with that man. Like you have George Clooney. George Clooney still looks like a nice rugged man, but he like they're about the same fucking age, and it's like I don't know, man. I don't know what he did. Like we had Mel Gibson, and then he went full on problematic, and then just got bloated and looked red all the time. Like I think that's what happened.
Brad Pitt is older than Ricky Lake, and much hotter. What does George Clooney look like?
Much harder. In a while. I don't know, man.
Let's see, George Clooney, 2020.
George.
Is everyone looking up George Clooney?
Great beard. I've never seen with a beard this large.
He was born in 61. And Brad Pitt.
Yeah, he does look good with a beard. He looks good.
Yeah, I'm growing out this beard, my beard right now. I don't know how I feel about it, but honestly, like this, it's 17 degrees, so I'm not gonna bother cutting it.
They are 2 years apart. Wow.
And yeah, they're 2 years apart. I mean, listen, man. That Brad Pitt can rock anything. Literally, the man could have a goatee. He could have a anything.
Dude, I just want to say,
it's like nothing's ruining that.
To the listeners, I mean, I know we're a little over the time limit, but like, please just focus on being hot. Like, it is such a noble and beautiful pursuit. I think it's artistic. Like people, like I go to the gym all the time, and somebody was like, "Oh, you're so shallow." Like, no, like it's not even about health. It's just about having an artistic pursuit every day. Like I'm eating egg whites, and I feel like I'm fucking Picasso, baby. Like I'm really crafting something here.
Are.
I play guitar and make beats.
And also, to scare you a little bit,
wow.
we all are aging, and you will get uglier every day unless you focus on it. Because I feel like that's the thing too. Like I feel like some people like they get to this point in their lives where they maybe hit like 40, and they they dramatically dip and have no idea what to do, because it's kind of crazy to like look
Yeah.
super different after your whole life, like losing all your hair or like just getting like crow's feet like really fast. So,
but I feel like that's a part of also like how you live, though, how you choose to live your life. Like if you decide to work some kind of job that you don't like, and you just look forward to retirement and going to like fucking Long Island for a 3-day weekend, like, yeah, you're gonna look like shit because your life ain't shit. You don't even want it to be shit.
Long Island.
Not that there's anything
Who wants
wrong
to go
with
to Long
those
Island?
things,
No, there's plenty
like, who wants to go
of
to
wrong
Long
to do with
Island?
Long Island. Nobody wants
Long
to.
Island is fire.
Saw it off,
something.
just like Staten Island. Joey will give you a raft, and everyone else can just the islands can just fuck themselves. It can,
Yeah.
I don't want this.
well,
I don't want this no more.
So yeah, let's close on that. Let's close on get a better job and a better life, because it'll make you hotter in the long run.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, right. Eat some leaves. Eat some
Yo,
green leaves. Some good
get
green
some sun.
leaves.
Get some sun.
Get some sun.
But make
stretch.
sure to put on your UV protection.
Drink some water. Oh, and by
Yeah,
the way, like no, we're giving them an entire list to live their life. Okay, so take vitamin C. Make sure you wipe very well. Make sure that you're getting the right amount of vegetables.
See
and
the dentist every 6 months.
See the dentist.
See
an
I fucking love going to
optometrist.
the dentist.
Ew.
And
That shit is like therapy.
And
to
it
me.
shows with that beautiful smile of yours.
Yeah,
bro. What? I have my teeth are fucked.
Bro, your teeth are white as fuck. My teeth are very bad. I shouldn't have said
It's
that.
the lighting, bro. I have a ring light right here. Shit is fire.
My teeth are bad. My lips are so big, no one can like really like. You have to be really staring at my mouth. But like, I have shit teeth.
Hey, man,
I was trying to make a dentist appointment today, and I totally slacked on it.
Whatever works.
Well, it has been the National Meat Treasure, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We love hearing from you guys that you guys are tuning in from all around, just talking about it. It makes us cry a little bit inside. We're happy, but we we want to keep doing this, and we're doing this because we're at episode 50. I've said it a few hundred times, but I'm proud of it because it's something that that started with just a message between friends. And we've now at least reached 1,000, almost 2,000 people that have downloaded. Well, not 2,000 people. I have no idea. 2,000 times we've been downloaded, and that means a lot to us. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're always gonna have episodes for you. We've been working through it even on New Year's, on Christmas Day. We're doing it, and we really appreciate you. But Justin, if you got anything else to share, and Joey.
Yeah. Before I plug myself, go back and watch that episode with Les on episode 48. I haven't put out clips for it yet because we obviously had like technical difficulties with that video.
Mm-hmm.
Clips will be out this weekend before by the time you hear this. But if you haven't, go back to 48. Check out my man Les at Comfortable Dude on Instagram. He's a producer. He makes great music. He's with the group Vibe World Order. They're on Spotify. Check them out.
Shout out. Vibe World Order.
And you know what? Check me out on TikTok at thin.cruel.lips and Instagram at thin.cruel.lips, and follow the at National Meat Treasure on Instagram and TikTok, and whenever the fuck I figure out Facebook, it's there too. It's on Facebook.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. And follow our National Meat Treasure playlist on Spotify. You will hear some shit on there. It's gonna be fire. And you can follow me on Instagram at Saint Thrilla, and Twitter Saint Thrilla, and Regular Size Joey on TikTok. Or Saint Thrilla on TikTok also.
Wait, what's Regular Size Joey?
That's just another TikTok I made. I got to separate.
So you're not Regular Size Rudy, but Joey.
Exactly.
There we go. Boss Burgers.
Bro. Yes, sir.
Anyway,
part of my life.
peace.